The night slowly spread its soft blanket across the land, and the jungle began to breathe in a deeper, quieter rhythm. Moonlight slipped gently between the tall trees, flowing like pale silver through the shadows. The air felt calm, almost warm with silence, as if the world itself was preparing to rest. Somewhere far away, a faint sound of insects drifted through the darkness, not loud enough to disturb the peace, only enough to remind the night that life was still awake. In this quiet moment, the unseen kingdom of big cats began to move, not with noise or chaos, but with patience and grace that had been shaped by thousands of years of survival. A lion stepped through the tall grass with slow, deliberate movements, each paw touching the earth as softly as falling dust. His presence did not break the silence, it became part of it. His eyes reflected the dim light of the moon, glowing gently in the darkness, carrying within them the memory of ancient landscapes and endless nights. Big cats are not just powerful hunters of the wild, they are living stories of nature's design, shaped by time, shadow, and instinct. When we look at them from a distance, we often see strength and beauty, but beneath their calm movements lies a quiet science that guides every breath, every step, and every still moment of waiting. As the night grows deeper, the world of big cats awakens in its own peaceful way. Their senses stretch beyond what human eyes and ears can understand. The air carries tiny signals of movement, the soft brush of leaves, the distant heartbeat of the jungle itself. To a big cat, these signals are clear messages, gentle whispers that tell them where to walk, when to rest, and when to become perfectly still. This is not magic, but a delicate harmony between body and environment, a science written into muscle, bone, and breath. In the darkness, their eyes do not search in panic, they simply receive the night as it is, calm and open, like a mirror reflecting quiet light. The jungle at night feels like a sleeping ocean, slow and endless. Big cats move through this ocean as silent waves, leaving no trace of their passing. They do not rush because time in the wild flows differently. Each moment stretches, each pause holds meaning. Even when they rest, their bodies remain connected to the rhythm of the land. A tiger resting beneath thick leaves listens to the soft hum of insects, feeling the ground beneath its chest rise and fall with the breathing of the earth. In these moments of stillness, the world feels gentle and the mind begins to drift, following the slow movement of breath and shadow. Big cats are not only hunters of prey, they are quiet guardians of balance. Their presence shapes the flow of life around them, guiding the rhythm of the jungle without force or noise. Where they walk, the forest learns to breathe in harmony. Their footsteps write invisible patterns on the land, patterns that keep the wild world steady and alive. Even in rest, they hold a silent authority, a calm power that does not need to be spoken. The jungle knows them, and the night accepts them as part of its deep and endless story. As you listen to this gentle story of the wild, your thoughts may begin to slow, drifting away from the noise of the day. The soft movement of moonlight through leaves, the quiet breath of a resting lion, the unseen paths of tigers moving through shadow, all begin to blend into a single calm feeling. This journey is not meant to rush forward, but to move like a slow river, carrying you gently into the heart of the wild. With each breath, the world of big cats becomes less distant and more like a dream, calm and endless, waiting quietly in the dark. This is only the beginning of our journey into the silent kingdom of big cats. Ahead, the path leads deeper into their world, into the hidden science of their strength, their sleep, their senses, and their quiet connection to the land. Each part of this story will unfold slowly, like the closing of tired eyes at the end of a long day. For now, let the night settle around you, and allow the calm presence of the wild to guide you into stillness. As the night deepens, the jungle seems to slow its breathing, and within this calm, the hidden strength of big cats quietly reveals itself. Their power does not appear as sudden movement or loud force, but as a soft tension beneath the surface of stillness. Muscles rest beneath warm fur like coiled rivers of energy, calm on the outside, endless within. A leopard lies stretched across a tree branch, its body relaxed, its tail hanging loosely in the air, yet every part of it is prepared for movement. In this quiet moment, strength does not feel heavy or violent, it feels patient, as if the body itself understands the art of waiting. The bodies of big cats are shaped by balance, not just by force. Their bones carry them lightly across the earth, allowing them to move without disturbing the fragile silence of the night. Even when they step upon dry leaves or soft soil, their movement feels like a whisper rather than a sound. This softness is not weakness, but a refined design, a way of moving through the world without tearing the calm fabric of the wild. The jungle accepts their presence because they move as part of its rhythm, not against it. In every slow step, there is a lesson in quiet strength, a reminder that power does not always need to announce itself. Breath rises and falls within the chest of a resting tiger, slow and steady, matching the pulse of the night. Each breath carries oxygen into muscles that are built for sudden motion, yet the breathing itself is calm, almost meditative. This gentle rhythm allows the body to recover, to store energy like sunlight captured in leaves. Even in stillness, the body of a big cat remains awake in its own way, sensing the world through vibration and temperature, through the faint movements of air across fur. The skin becomes a soft map of the environment, feeling changes that the eyes do not need to see. There is a quiet harmony between strength and rest in the life of big cats. Long hours of stillness prepare them for moments of swift movement, and moments of swift movement return them to stillness once again. This cycle is not rushed, it flows naturally, guided by instinct and the soft signals of the land. A cheetah, built for speed, may spend most of its day resting in the shade, conserving energy like a quiet flame waiting for a breath of wind. In these resting hours, the body repairs itself, muscles soften and then renew, and the mind remains gently aware of the world without needing to act. In the silence of the night, the power of big cats becomes something you can almost feel in the air, like a low, steady hum beneath the quiet sounds of insects and wind. It is not a threatening presence, but a calming one, a reminder that strength can exist peacefully alongside stillness. The jungle feels safer in this balance, as if every leaf and shadow knows that the guardians of the wild are near, moving softly through the dark without disturbing the fragile peace of the sleeping world. As you listen to the slow rhythm of this hidden strength, your own breathing may begin to mirror it, becoming slower, deeper, more relaxed. The idea of power begins to soften, changing from something loud and heavy into something calm and steady. The presence of big cats in the night teaches a gentle lesson, that true strength does not need to rush, and does not need to make noise. It can exist quietly, like a steady heartbeat in the dark, guiding the world through the long, peaceful hours of night. This gentle power beneath the fur is only one layer of the silent kingdom of big cats. There are deeper rhythms still waiting to be felt, hidden in the way they sense the world, the way they move through shadow, and the way they rest beneath the open sky. With each step forward into their world, the night grows softer and the story grows calmer, inviting you to drift further into the quiet heart of the wild. The jungle grows quieter as the night settles fully into its deepest shade, and within this darkness, the eyes of big cats begin to glow softly, not with light of their own, but with the quiet gift of reflection. Moonlight and starlight touch their eyes and return as a gentle shimmer, like distant lanterns floating in shadow. These eyes do not pierce the darkness with force, they simply receive it, welcoming the night as a familiar companion. In this calm exchange between light and dark, the world becomes visible in subtle shapes, in soft movement rather than sharp detail. A tiger pauses beside a narrow path of moonlight that slips through the trees, its gaze resting on the stillness of the forest floor. To human eyes, the darkness may seem empty, but to the tiger, it is filled with texture and quiet motion. The faint movement of leaves, the gentle shifting of air, the distant warmth of living bodies, all form a soft landscape of sensation. Vision in the night is not about seeing clearly, but about feeling the presence of life through light that barely exists. This gentle way of seeing does not disturb the calm of the jungle, it flows with it. The eyes of big cats are shaped to welcome low light, allowing the night to enter them like a slow river. In this way, darkness is not an obstacle, but a space where the world becomes softer and more open. Shadows stretch and soften, edges blur into gentle forms, and movement becomes slow and deliberate. The night feels less like an absence of light and more like a different kind of light, one that does not shine but surrounds. Big cats move through this world as if through a familiar dream, guided by shapes that humans rarely notice. There is a quiet beauty in the way these eyes reflect the night, as if carrying small fragments of the sky within them. When a leopard lifts its head from rest, its eyes briefly catch the faint glow of distant stars, and for a moment, it feels as though the sky itself is looking back at the earth. This connection between the heavens and the forest floor creates a gentle sense of unity, a reminder that all living things are woven into the same wide, breathing darkness. The jungle, the sky, and the silent watchers beneath the trees all become part of one slow, unbroken story. In this soft vision of the night, movement becomes calm and unhurried. Big cats do not rush through darkness. They glide within it, allowing their eyes to guide them through the gentle patterns of shadow. Each step is placed with care, not because of fear, but because of awareness. The world is felt as much as it is seen, and this feeling creates a deep sense of connection to the land. The ground, the air, and the quiet space between trees become familiar pathways of sensation, guiding the body without noise or tension. As you imagine these glowing eyes moving through the dark, your own thoughts may begin to soften, letting go of sharp edges and bright distractions. The night becomes a place of calm vision, where things do not need to be clear to be understood. In this gentle darkness, the mind can rest, drifting between awareness and quiet stillness. The eyes of big cats teach a soft lesson, that sometimes it is enough to simply receive the world as it is, without forcing light into every corner, without needing to see everything all at once. This quiet gift of seeing in the dark is another doorway into the silent kingdom of big cats. Beyond this doorway, there are other senses waiting to unfold, other rhythms of sound and silence that shape their world. With each step deeper into this night, the story grows softer, slower, and more comforting, guiding you gently toward rest, as the calm presence of the wild continues to surround you. The jungle at night does not speak in loud voices, it whispers in soft layers of sound that blend into a single, gentle hum. The air carries the faint rustle of leaves, the distant call of unseen creatures, and the slow rhythm of wind moving through branches. Within this quiet language, big cats listen without effort, their ears turning gently toward the soft movements of the world. Sound does not arrive to them as noise, but as a flowing presence, a calm stream of information that guides their awareness through the darkness. A leopard rests on a smooth rock, its ears shifting slightly as the night breathes around it. The smallest sound, the quiet step of a creature far away, the brush of fur against bark, the distant movement of water, all travel through the air like soft waves. These sounds are not sharp or alarming, they are part of the steady rhythm of the night. The jungle becomes a living song, slow and endless, and big cats move within this song as silent listeners, attuned to every gentle note without disturbing the calm. Hearing in the wild is not about reacting quickly, but about being present within a wide field of sound. Big cats do not focus on a single noise unless the moment calls for it. Most of the time, they allow the entire soundscape of the jungle to wash over them, like water flowing over smooth stones. This wide awareness creates a sense of peace, a quiet readiness that does not require tension. The night becomes a soft blanket of sound, wrapping around every movement and every pause. Even in rest, big cats remain connected to the sounds of the world. A lion lying beneath the open sky may seem fully asleep, yet its ears remain gently open to the rhythm of the night. The breath of wind through grass, the slow movement of distant animals, the subtle changes in the air, all become part of its dreamlike awareness. Sleep in the wild is not a complete departure from the world, but a gentle drifting within it, where sound becomes a soft guide rather than a disturbance. As the night continues, the jungle's quiet language grows deeper and more layered. Some sounds fade into the background, becoming part of the constant hum of life, while others rise briefly and then disappear again into silence. Big cats move through this shifting soundscape with ease, their bodies relaxed, their minds calm. There is no urgency in their listening, only presence. The world speaks, and they receive its message without haste. As you imagine these soft sounds flowing through the night, your own senses may begin to relax, allowing the noise of the day to slowly fade. The gentle rhythm of distant calls and moving air can feel like a lullaby, guiding the mind towards stillness. The quiet language of the jungle teaches a peaceful lesson that listening does not always require effort, and that silence itself can be full of meaning. In this shared quiet, the world feels softer, and the long night becomes a calm and welcoming space to rest within. This quiet language of sound is another gentle thread in the story of big cats, weaving together their connection to the living world around them. Beyond this, there are deeper rhythms of movement and rest, of sleep and waking, that shape their lives beneath the stars. As the journey continues, the night grows even calmer, inviting you to drift further into the slow, breathing heart of the wild. The night moves in slow circles, and within these gentle cycles, big cats find their natural rhythm between rest and motion. There is no hurry in the wild, only the quiet understanding that energy flows in waves. A tiger rests beneath the broad leaves of a tree, its body rising and falling with each calm breath. The stillness around it is not empty, it is full of soft presence, full of the quiet promise of movement that may come later. In this peaceful pause, the body gathers strength without effort, storing warmth and breath like a hidden reserve of calm. When a big cat finally rises from rest, the movement feels unhurried, almost dreamlike. Muscles stretch slowly, as if waking from a deep, gentle sleep. The earth beneath its paws receives each step without resistance, and the night seems to make space for its passing. Motion is not a sudden break from stillness, but a continuation of it, as smooth as the turning of a slow river. The body does not rush forward, it flows, guided by instinct and the soft pull of the surrounding world. Between moments of movement, long hours of rest return, and the rhythm continues without strain. A lion may lie in the tall grass, eyes half closed, feeling the warmth of the earth beneath its chest. In these quiet hours, the body repairs itself, the mind drifts into a calm awareness, and the world feels distant yet close at the same time. Rest becomes a gentle form of movement inward, a soft turning of attention toward breath and stillness. The wild does not demand constant action, it allows long spaces of quiet to exist between brief moments of motion. This balance between stillness and movement is one of the quiet sciences of survival. Energy is not wasted, it is respected. Big cats move only when the moment feels right, and rest when the world feels safe enough to hold them. This slow rhythm creates a sense of harmony with the land, as if each creature is moving in time with an unseen clock that belongs to the earth itself. The jungle breathes, the cats breathe, and together they share the same slow tempo of life. As you imagine this gentle rhythm, your own body may begin to mirror it, feeling the ease of resting without pressure, of moving without urgency. The slow cycle of stillness and motion becomes a comforting pattern, a reminder that it is natural to pause, to breathe, to let the world move at its own pace. The presence of big cats in the night carries this quiet wisdom, teaching through silence that rest is not absence, but part of the deeper flow of life. The slow rhythm of rest and motion continues through the long hours of darkness, shaping the hidden lives of big cats beneath the stars. With each breath, the night grows calmer, and the story grows softer, inviting you to drift further into this gentle world where nothing is rushed and everything moves in quiet balance. The jungle floor feels cool beneath the night air, and across this gentle surface, big cats move with footsteps so soft they seem to belong to the silence itself. Their paws touch the earth without weight, as if the ground is not something to step on, but something to glide across. Dry leaves do not crack loudly beneath them, and twigs do not protest their passing. The night accepts their movement without disturbance, allowing them to move through shadow as quietly as drifting mist. A leopard moves between the trunks of tall trees, its body low and fluid, following the natural curves of the land. Each step is placed with care, guided by a deep awareness of balance and space. This quiet movement is not learned in a single moment. It is shaped slowly through generations of instinct and adaptation. The body remembers how to move without sound, how to become part of the darkness rather than a disturbance within it. In this way, motion becomes invisible, and the cat becomes another shadow among shadows. Silence and movement is not only about avoiding noise, It is about becoming gentle with the world. Big cats do not push against the land, they move with it, allowing the soft earth to receive their weight without resistance. Their bodies flow over uneven ground like water finding its path through stones. Even in moments of speed, there is a smoothness to their motion, a sense that they are carried forward by the rhythm of the land rather than forcing their way through it. The quiet footsteps of big cats carry a deeper meaning in the stillness of the night. They remind the jungle that presence does not always need to be announced. Life can move quietly, respectfully, leaving the calm of the world undisturbed. The forest remains at peace even as these silent hunters pass through, because their movement feels like part of the natural breathing of the land. The night does not tense at their approach, it simply opens and closes around them like a soft curtain. As you imagine these soft footsteps moving through the dark, your own thoughts may begin to slow, becoming lighter, less heavy with the noise of the day. The idea of moving quietly through life can feel comforting, as if there is a gentler way to exist within the world, without rushing or forcing each moment. The silent movement of big cats offers a quiet reflection, showing that strength and gentleness can exist together, moving side by side through the long hours of the night. This soft way of moving through shadow is another gentle layer of the big cat's hidden world. Beyond these silent footsteps, there are deeper stories waiting in their breathing, their rest, and their connection to the vast spaces they roam. With each passing moment, the night grows calmer, and the journey continues, guiding you further into the peaceful heart of the wild. The night air moves gently through the jungle, and within this soft flow, big cats breathe in quiet harmony with the living landscape around them. Each breath they take feels connected to the slow breathing of the forest itself. The rise and fall of their chests mirrors the movement of leaves in the wind, the gentle swelling and settling of the night. In this shared rhythm, the boundary between the animal and the world around it begins to soften, as if both are part of the same calm, continuous breath. A lion rests beneath the open sky, its warm body pressed lightly against the cool earth. The ground holds the memory of the day's warmth, and the night air carries away the heat of the sun in slow, gentle waves. With every breath, the lion draws in the scent of grass, soil, and distant water, a quiet blend of the land itself. Breathing becomes more than a simple act of survival, it becomes a soft conversation between body and environment, a way of staying connected to the world without movement or sound. In the stillness of rest, the breath of big cats grows slow and deep, allowing their bodies to fully relax into the support of the earth. This deep breathing carries oxygen into muscles that may remain still for long hours, gently restoring energy without effort. The lungs expand and soften like slow opening petals, and the body feels held by the rhythm of the night. In these moments, the jungle seems to breathe with them, as if the forest itself is inhaling and exhaling in quiet companionship. The air of the wild carries many subtle messages, the faint trace of rain on distant soil, the cool scent of shadowed leaves, the warmth of living bodies nearby. As big cats breathe, these messages drift into them, becoming part of their awareness of the world. Breath becomes a gentle form of listening, a way of receiving the quiet signals of the night without opening the eyes or lifting the body. The world enters them softly, and they receive it without tension. As you imagine this shared breathing between big cats and the living landscape, your own breath may begin to slow and deepen, guided by the calm rhythm of the night. The idea of breathing with the world, rather than against it, can feel soothing, like being gently carried by a quiet tide. In this slow exchange of air, the mind finds rest, and the body feels less separate from the space around it. The breath becomes a bridge between inner stillness and the wide, quiet world beyond. This gentle rhythm of breathing is another hidden layer of the big cat's peaceful existence beneath the stars. Beyond this shared breath, there are stories of long journeys across vast lands, of silent paths traced through valleys and hills, and of the deep connection between these animals and the spaces they call home. The night continues to unfold, slow and endless, inviting you to remain within its calm embrace. Beyond the quiet resting places of big cats, the land opens into wide, silent paths that stretch far into the distance. These paths are not marked by lines or signs, but by memory, instinct, and the gentle pull of the earth itself. A tiger moves along a familiar trail that winds through tall grass and shadowed trees, following routes shaped by countless nights of wandering. The land remembers these journeys, even when the footsteps fade, and the night seems to open itself gently to those who know its hidden ways. These endless paths feel less like roads and more like slow-moving rivers of space, guiding big cats across valleys, riverbanks, and open plains. Movement along these paths is not hurried, it unfolds at the pace of breath and heartbeat. The world does not rush them forward, it simply offers direction through subtle changes in scent, texture, and temperature. Each bend in the land carries the quiet memory of past journeys, and each familiar stretch of ground holds the comfort of belonging. As a leopard crosses from dense forest into open moonlit ground, the space around it changes, yet the sense of connection remains the same. The open land feels wide and calm, while the forest feels close and protective, but both are part of the same living world. Big cats move between these spaces with ease, guided by an inner map shaped by experience and instinct. The night feels like a soft guide, leading them along paths that do not need to be seen to be followed. These long journeys across the wild are not always driven by hunger or urgency. Sometimes they are quiet wanderings, slow movements through familiar spaces, allowing the body to remain connected to the vastness of the land. In these moments, walking becomes a form of listening, a way of feeling the shape of the world through each step. The earth speaks through texture and slope, through the coolness of shadow and the warmth of open ground, and big cats respond without thought, moving in quiet understanding. As you imagine these endless paths stretching beneath the moonlight, your own thoughts may begin to wander gently, following invisible trails within the mind. The idea of moving without pressure, of traveling without a fixed destination, can feel soothing, like drifting through a dream where every path feels safe. The journeys of big cats across the wild remind us that movement does not always need a goal. Sometimes it is enough to simply move within the calm presence of the world. These silent paths through the land are another part of the deep connection between big cats and the spaces they inhabit. Beyond these journeys lie stories of shelter, of quiet resting places hidden from the world, and of the gentle way the wild offers protection beneath leaves, rocks, and open sky. The night continues to unfold its calm story, inviting you to walk softly within its endless paths. As the night deepens, big cats seek places where the world feels quiet and close, where the land offers gentle shelter without closing in. These resting places are shaped by shadow and stone, by the soft cover of leaves and the cool embrace of earth. A lion settles near a low rise of ground where tall grass bends in the wind, creating a natural barrier against the open night. The shelter does not feel like a hiding place, but like a calm corner of the world where the body can release its weight into the ground. A leopard finds rest among smooth rocks warmed by the fading memory of sunlight. The stone holds a quiet warmth, offering comfort beneath the cool night air. In these simple shelters, the wild provides what is needed without excess, a balance of openness and protection. The big cats rest not in enclosed spaces, but in gentle boundaries formed by the natural shape of the land. The shelter feels like an extension of the body's own need for calm, a soft space where breath can slow and muscles can soften. The shadows within these shelters are not dark with fear, they are dark with comfort. The night wraps around these resting forms like a slow-moving tide, carrying away the sharp edges of the day. Leaves sway softly overhead, casting shifting patterns of shade that move with the rhythm of the wind. These small movements create a sense of gentle motion even in stillness, reminding the resting body that the world continues to breathe around it. In these quiet spaces, big cats drift into deeper rest, their awareness softening without fully disappearing. The sounds of the night become distant, blending into a low, steady hum that no longer calls for attention. The body sinks into the earth, feeling supported by the natural curves of stone and soil. Rest becomes a shared experience between animal and land, a quiet agreement to hold one another through the long hours of darkness. As you imagine these shelters of shadow and stone, you may feel a similar desire for a place of gentle rest, a space where the world feels supportive rather than demanding. The idea of finding comfort in simple surroundings can bring a sense of peace, as if rest does not require perfect silence or perfect safety, only a small corner of calm where the body can settle. The resting places of big cats offer a quiet lesson that shelter is not always about walls, but about feeling held by the natural shape of the world. These hidden shelters are another soft chapter in the silent life of big cats. Beyond them lie stories of family bonds, of quiet connections between mothers and cubs, and of the gentle care that flows through the wild in ways we rarely notice. The night remains open and calm, inviting you to continue this slow journey into the peaceful heart of the natural world. Even in the quiet of the night, the world of big cats is shaped not just by solitude, but by subtle bonds that tie family together. In a hidden corner beneath dense foliage, a lioness rests beside her cubs, their small forms curled in the soft grass. The cubs breathe slowly, their tiny chests rising and falling in rhythm with the mother's calm presence. Here, safety is not created by walls or noise, but by quiet connection, by shared warmth, and the gentle certainty that someone is watching over them. The mother moves with slow, careful gestures, stretching lightly, licking a paw, or turning her head to glance at her young. Each movement is deliberate, soft, and protective, yet it does not disturb the serene rhythm of the night. The cubs respond with small movements of trust, a tail flick, a nuzzle, a stretch toward the body of their guardian. In these quiet interactions, the family communicates without words, each action carrying reassurance, guidance, and a gentle sense of belonging. Even older cubs, beginning to explore the surrounding shadows, remain tethered to this calm network of care. Their tentative steps are guided by the silent presence of the mother and the subtle cues of their siblings. Every movement is slow, measured, as if the night itself has slowed them down, encouraging careful exploration. In this way, learning and safety move together, a seamless dance that passes the quiet wisdom of survival from one generation to the next. These subtle bonds extend beyond sight or sound, reaching into the shared rhythm of breathing and movement. The family rests as a single unit, each chest rising and falling in a gentle chorus, each tail flick a signal of presence. In this slow, unhurried world, protection does not need force or alarm, only awareness and care. The night becomes a shared space where connection flows without effort, where trust moves as naturally as the soft wind through leaves. As you imagine this gentle family scene, your own mind may feel a sense of warmth and ease, a reminder of the comfort found in quiet presence and shared rhythms. Even without words, care and connection can be felt deeply, softening the edges of thought and guiding attention towards stillness. The hidden bonds of big cats offer a quiet lesson, showing that safety, love, and guidance can exist in slow, subtle ways, moving like a gentle current through the night. This soft network of care is only one layer of life beneath the stars. Beyond it lie the slow lessons of play, learning, and quiet independence, where the young begin to explore their skills while remaining anchored to the calm of family. The night continues its long, steady passage, carrying these soft moments forward, inviting you to remain within the slow, comforting heartbeat of the wild. As the night stretches on, the hidden world of big cats begins to reveal the quiet, deliberate rhythm of hunting. Unlike the sudden, chaotic motion we often imagine, their hunt is a slow and careful process, guided by patience, awareness, and the soft signals of the surrounding world. A cheetah crouches low in the tall grass, every muscle coiled and ready, yet nothing about its body disturbs the gentle hush of the night. The world itself seems to bend slightly to accommodate this careful movement, allowing predator and prey to exist in a delicate balance. Hunting is not a rush. It is a prolonged dialogue between silence and motion. The big cat observes, senses, and waits, letting instinct and experience guide every choice. The soft rustle of leaves, the faint scent carried on the wind, the subtle vibrations of the ground beneath its paws, all of these become messages, gentle whispers that tell it when to pause, when to advance, and when to remain perfectly still. The night itself becomes an ally, hiding motion, carrying scent, and offering cover, as if the stars above are watching with quiet interest. When the moment finally comes, the movement is swift but still smooth, like a soft current flowing around obstacles. Even in action, the motion is precise, efficient, and elegant. The cheetah does not rush blindly, but flows forward, using momentum, balance, and gravity as natural tools. The entire hunt becomes a dance of patience and release, a meditation in movement where every detail is attended to with calm precision. In these quiet acts, there is more than survival. There is learning, practice, and mastery of the self. Each hunt teaches lessons that are stored in muscle memory, in awareness, and in the soft intuition that guides life in the wild. The jungle itself seems to acknowledge these efforts, offering moments of calm reflection between bursts of motion, allowing both predator and prey to exist in their natural rhythm. As you imagine this gentle art of hunting, your mind may feel both alert and relaxed, following the flow of anticipation without urgency. The lesson here is subtle. Power need not be loud, and patience can create outcomes with grace and elegance. In the quiet of night, hunting becomes a form of calm mastery, a reminder that skill and attention often flow more smoothly than force or haste. This careful, measured rhythm of the hunt is just one layer of the big cat's hidden life. Beyond it lie the quiet celebrations of success, the soft recovery in shadows, and the long hours of observation that shape their gentle, powerful existence. The night continues its slow, enveloping journey, carrying you further into the silent, calming world of the wild. Big cats move through the darkness with a quiet confidence, guided by a sense that extends far beyond ordinary sight. Their eyes are not simply organs of vision, but instruments of subtle understanding, able to perceive movement, contrast, and shadow in ways that feel almost magical. The night becomes a canvas for them, painted not with bright light but with the soft brushstrokes of moonlit shapes and whispered outlines. To them, darkness is not an absence. It is a space full of gentle information, soft textures, and hidden life. A snow leopard navigates steep rocky slopes under a sky sprinkled with stars. Its eyes adjust to the faint glow, allowing it to distinguish the smallest shifts in stone and snow. Every step is measured, each landing precise, yet nothing disturbs the stillness of the mountain night. These cats see the world not in bold colors or glaring lines, but in quiet gradients and faint traces, the subtle language of life moving across the landscape. Vision in the night is patience made visible, a soft meditation in perception. Night vision is not only about eyes, it is about complete awareness. The slightest rustle of grass, the faintest movement in shadow, the air itself carrying whispers of life, all of this combines with vision to create a holistic sense of space. A leopard hunting in the forest senses the faint presence of prey long before it steps into view. It does not rush, it waits, letting the slow rhythm of darkness guide its decisions. Sight, sound, and scent blend into one gentle stream of awareness, allowing each action to emerge naturally from observation. Even in moments of rest, this subtle sight remains alive. Big cats awake in darkness carry their environment within them, remembering the contours of familiar paths, the location of water, the position of rocks and trees. Sleep does not sever the connection, it merely slows it into a calm current, ready to flow again when needed. Their world is shaped by a continuous, gentle engagement with night, a soft dance between perception and movement. As you imagine this quiet ability to see without bright light, your own mind may feel less dependent on constant stimulation, more attuned to subtler cues in the environment. Darkness itself becomes less intimidating and more soothing, a space where calm awareness thrives. The night vision of big cats teaches a delicate lesson. Understanding can exist quietly, without force, and insight often grows slowly, like soft beams of moonlight spreading across shadowed ground. The secrets of night vision are another layer of the big cat's hidden life, connecting them to the forest, mountains, and plains in ways we rarely perceive. Beyond sight, there are rhythms of hunting, resting, and communicating that unfold in similar quiet precision. The night carries these lessons softly, inviting you to continue deeper into the calm, observing world of the silent kings of the wild. Even in the hush of night, big cats are never truly alone. Their world is threaded with quiet messages, soft signals that pass from one to another without disturbing the calm of the jungle or the plains. A lion may emit a low, rumbling growl, barely audible beyond a few meters, carrying reassurance to family members rather than warning to intruders. Each sound is measured, deliberate, blending seamlessly into the slow rhythm of the night. Communication among big cats is often subtle, carried in ways that human senses might miss. The flick of a tail, the shift of a paw, the delicate brushing of whiskers against leaves, all convey meaning. Cubs learn to read these silent gestures early, absorbing lessons that shape their understanding of movement, safety, and connection. Every small signal becomes part of the gentle choreography of life, a quiet language that flows without urgency. Vocalizations, when they occur, are usually soft and precise. A cheetah's purr, a leopard's muted hiss, a tiger's gentle exhale, all travel through the night air like soft threads, carrying presence without disturbance. These sounds are not meant to startle, but to reinforce calm and awareness. Even when marking territory, scent and sound are applied with subtlety, forming invisible boundaries that maintain balance rather than provoke conflict. The quiet communication of big cats also extends to observation. A cub watching a mother hunt receives lessons without words, learning to interpret the environment through gentle cues and soft guidance. This slow process of learning is not hurried. It unfolds as naturally as the moon rises and sets, as naturally as the grass bends under the wind. Patience becomes part of understanding, and understanding becomes part of survival. As you imagine this gentle call of communication, your own mind may notice the quiet ways in which connection flows without effort. Presence can be expressed without loud words, and trust can exist without constant assertion. Big cats show that interaction can be soft, deliberate, and deeply meaningful, moving at the pace of life itself. The night carries these subtle messages, reminding us that the quiet language of the wild is always alive, even when it seems still. These gentle signals form another layer of the big cat's hidden world. Beyond communication lie the soft patterns of sleep, movement, and hunting, each flowing into the next with calm precision. The night continues to unfold its soothing story, inviting you to remain within this peaceful rhythm, carried forward by the gentle, unseen currents of the wild. Big cats move through their world with a rhythm that feels effortless, yet is shaped by countless subtle patterns. Every step, turn, and pause carries meaning, guided by instinct, experience, and the quiet rules of the landscape. A leopard navigates the shadowed forest, weaving between trees with a flow that seems almost musical. There is a calm cadence to each movement, a soft pulse that aligns with the gentle heartbeat of the night. These patterns are not rigid or rehearsed. They are alive, adapting to the nuances of terrain, wind, and scent. A tiger walking along a riverbank senses changes in soil beneath its paws, adjusting its gait without thought. A cheetah stretching across open plains matches the rise and fall of grass with its stride, letting the land guide its speed. Movement becomes a conversation with the environment, a quiet negotiation that leaves no disturbance behind. Even the most rapid bursts of motion, such as a sudden chase, follow these underlying rhythms. Speed does not break the calm. It is contained within a flow, a soft continuity that carries the body from pause to action and back again. Each leap, sprint, or pounce feels like a natural extension of stillness rather than a disruption of it. The jungle, forest, or savanna receives it as part of its ongoing story, integrating movement and rest seamlessly. These hidden patterns extend to subtle adjustments in posture, breathing, and gaze. A resting cat may shift slightly, aligning its body with a soft breeze or the curve of the land. Even when still, the body continues to read the world, maintaining balance and readiness with calm precision. Life in the wild is a gentle dance of anticipation and response, where every action is cushioned by a layer of awareness that is both soft and exact. As you imagine these quiet patterns of movement, your mind may begin to sense rhythm in your own body. There is comfort in understanding that flow can exist without hurry, and that motion and stillness can intertwine in effortless harmony. The hidden patterns of big cats remind us that movement need not disturb peace, but can instead enhance it, flowing gently within the natural rhythm of life. These soft patterns are another secret layer of the big cat's world, linking sight, hearing, and instinct into a calm, continuous experience. Beyond movement lie the subtle ways they rest, hunt, and communicate, each aspect woven into the slow, enveloping story of the night. The journey continues, inviting you further into this tranquil, cinematic world. In the quiet night, big cats perceive the world not just with eyes and ears, but with the soft guidance of scent. The air carries stories, gentle messages left by other animals, by the land, and by their own kind. A tiger pauses on the edge of a forest clearing, inhaling the faint traces of distant prey and the earthy aroma of damp soil. Every inhalation becomes a quiet lesson, allowing the cat to understand its surroundings without ever moving a paw. Scent maps the space around them, forming invisible roads and markers that guide travel and rest. A lion knows which areas are safe for sleeping, which streams offer fresh water, and which paths have been traveled recently by others. These invisible signals allow movement to flow naturally, without disturbance or error. Awareness of smell becomes as soothing and reliable as the rhythm of breath, blending perception into the calmness of the night. Even subtle changes in the environment carry meaning. The shift of wind, the dampness of grass, the faint perfume of flowering trees, all provide information that is received with quiet attention. Big cats move through this scented landscape slowly, letting these messages direct their rhythm. The night becomes a soft network of hints and trails, and the body responds with gentle, deliberate action. This gentle guidance of scent is also a form of communication. Marking territory, leaving faint traces on rocks or branches, or brushing past soft leaves, each action sends calm signals without noise or conflict. Cubs learn to read these messages, absorbing them slowly, and adults reinforce boundaries with quiet consistency. Life flows through this invisible thread, connecting each cat to the land and to one another in a soft, unseen conversation. As you imagine this whisper of scent and space, your own awareness may expand, noticing subtle currents in your surroundings, the soft shifts in air, the quiet pulse of a room or outdoor night. There is comfort in learning to perceive without force, to sense without straining. The whispered world of big cats teaches that understanding can exist gently, without intrusion, and that life flows most naturally when observed with calm presence. The whisper of scent and space is another hidden layer of the big cat's nocturnal existence, linking perception, movement, and connection. Beyond this subtle awareness lies the continuing journey through shadow, rest, and quiet exploration, carrying you further into the serene, cinematic heartbeat of the wild. In the quiet hours of night, big cats often pause to simply observe, allowing the world to reveal itself without interference. A leopard perches high on a branch, eyes scanning the gentle sway of grass and the soft silhouettes of trees. Each detail is noted with subtle awareness: the faint flicker of a distant movement, the slow rustle of a leaf, the curve of shadow across the ground. Observation becomes not an act of control, but a soft communion with the environment, a way of becoming part of the world without disturbing it. This calm attentiveness shapes the life of big cats more than any single burst of action. Hours can pass with no motion at all, yet in this stillness, knowledge is accumulated, instincts sharpened, and the body remains aligned with the subtle rhythms of the night. Even the lightest breeze carries lessons: the scent of a nearby animal, the moisture in the soil, the temperature shift across an open plain. All are received quietly, integrated into the slow awareness that guides their lives. Observation is also a kind of meditation. Big cats do not need to chase or hunt constantly. Much of their survival is sustained by knowing the land, the forest, and the flow of creatures within it. Their calm gaze penetrates the night without force, absorbing information in a rhythm that feels almost hypnotic. In this way, the stillness of watching becomes as powerful as movement, as essential as breath. The soft act of observing connects body and mind to the broader landscape. When a tiger rises after long minutes of quiet attention, its movements feel smoother, more precise, as if each step has been guided by the invisible knowledge gathered during rest. Even in silence, the world becomes part of them, shaping every instinct, every choice, and every careful motion that follows. As you imagine this calm majesty of observation, your own mind may begin to slow, noticing the subtle details of the environment around you, the small rhythms of air, sound, and light. There is comfort in simply witnessing, in allowing the world to exist without rushing or interference. The quiet observation of big cats offers a gentle lesson. To be present is to understand, and understanding can exist softly, without urgency, flowing in harmony with life itself. This calm attentiveness is another layer of the hidden life of big cats, connecting rest, movement, and awareness into a continuous, gentle rhythm. Beyond observation lies the slow passage of time through the night, where learning, sensing, and quiet mastery continue to unfold under the protective glow of moon and stars. Big cats carry energy in a way that feels soft and continuous, like a slow river moving beneath still waters. It is not always visible in motion, for much of their power lies dormant, resting patiently beneath the surface. A tiger stretched across a sun-warmed rock may appear completely still, yet every muscle hums with latent potential, coiled and ready, like a soft tension waiting for a gentle release. This quiet energy is never wasted. It flows with patience, stored and measured, ready to move only when the rhythm of the night calls for it. Movement emerges seamlessly from rest. When a leopard rises from a hidden shadow, the shift is smooth, fluid, and deliberate. Energy is drawn from the calm around it, flowing through muscles and limbs without disturbance. Each step is purposeful, yet the ground beneath receives it softly. There is no sudden rush, no unnecessary effort, just the natural unfolding of force that feels part of the environment rather than imposed upon it. Even during hunting, bursts of speed are contained within this quiet flow. A cheetah may accelerate across an open plain, yet the motion carries a sense of grace, an awareness of the land, air, and space that cushions every step. Energy in motion remains gentle, like wind bending grass rather than breaking it, preserving the harmony of the world even while asserting the cat's presence. This calm energy also extends to moments of social interaction. Cubs bounding toward a mother lion or siblings playfully chasing each other move with soft power, their small bodies learning to channel force without losing control. Each interaction becomes a lesson in moderation, patience, and precision. The flow of energy is never hurried. It is shared, measured, and returned to the environment in balance. As you imagine this gentle flow of energy, your own body may begin to mirror it, finding ease in steady, soft power rather than tension or strain. The presence of latent energy, calmly contained, can feel reassuring, reminding you that strength does not always need to be active, and that true force often resides quietly beneath the surface. The big cat's rhythm teaches that energy is best expressed in harmony with the world, not against it. This quiet, flowing energy is another hidden layer of the big cat's nocturnal existence. Beyond these soft currents lie stories of rest, observation, and connection, each thread woven seamlessly into the long, serene night. The world remains calm, inviting you to drift further into the smooth, cinematic heartbeat of the wild. Even in the quiet night, young big cats discover the world through gentle play. Cubs tumble softly across the grass, their movements flowing like whispers rather than sharp bursts. Each paw swipe, gentle chase, and tumble teaches balance, coordination, and the delicate use of strength. Play is never frantic. It carries the same slow, rhythmic pulse as the night itself, a quiet rehearsal for the skills that will guide them through life. Play is also a form of connection. Cubs learn to read the movements of siblings, anticipating shifts in weight or direction with soft attention. A flick of a tail, a crouch in the grass, or a playful pounce becomes a language of subtle signals, strengthening trust and awareness. Even the mother observes from nearby, allowing learning and movement to unfold naturally while maintaining a calm sense of protection. The rhythm of play mirrors the hidden patterns of life in the wild. Energy flows softly, rising and falling with each interaction, returning to stillness without strain. Movement is intentional yet gentle, an exploration of boundaries and strength without force. Each playful encounter becomes a meditation in motion, where curiosity, patience, and observation intertwine. Through this slow play, young cats internalize the quiet rules of their environment. They learn when to pause, when to accelerate, and how to move without disturbing the surrounding world. The land, the air, and the subtle sense all teach alongside their movements, offering lessons that unfold over long, unhurried hours. Play becomes a bridge between instinct and understanding, blending fun, learning, and awareness in the soft darkness of night. As you imagine this gentle rhythm of play, your mind may feel lighter, drifting along with the flowing energy of exploration and curiosity. There is comfort in observing motion without urgency, in allowing learning to unfold slowly and naturally. The soft play of big cats reminds us that growth, strength, and connection can thrive in quiet, gentle ways, harmonizing with the serene pulse of the world around us. This subtle rhythm of play is another layer of life beneath the stars, connecting rest, movement, and learning in a slow, seamless pattern. Beyond these tender moments, the night continues to guide big cats through observation, energy, and quiet mastery, carrying you further into the smooth, cinematic heartbeat of the wild. As the night reaches its deepest hours, the jungle and plains seem to exhale a soft, steady breath, a whisper that moves through trees, grass, and stone. Big cats are part of this gentle voice, their bodies tuned to the slow currents of the world around them. Every paw step, every tail flick, every soft exhale becomes a note in this quiet symphony. They do not disturb it, they flow within it, as if the night itself is a living presence to accompany their movement. A tiger pauses beside a still river, its reflection mirrored in the calm water. The air carries subtle scents and distant calls, each one acknowledged but not rushed. Movement, when it occurs, is graceful and deliberate, in harmony with the soft pulse of the environment. Even the smallest gestures, the shifting of weight, a gentle blink, the slow rise and fall of breath, become part of this quiet conversation with the night. The whisper of the wild is also a lesson in patience and presence. Big cats listen, watch, and sense without hurry. Their world is measured not in hours or minutes, but in the subtle changes of wind, scent, shadow, and sound. By following this gentle rhythm, they conserve energy, deepen awareness, and maintain the delicate balance that allows them to thrive. Silence is not emptiness. It is full of soft communication, calm instruction, and invisible guidance. Even when the cats rest, they remain part of this whisper. A resting lioness blends into the tall grass, eyes half closed yet aware, every sense tuned to the soft messages flowing around her. The night does not stop. It continues, a continuous and gentle hum of life that holds them, teaches them, and reminds them of their place in the larger world. As you imagine this whisper of the wild, your own mind may feel lighter, floating alongside the slow, soft currents of night. There is comfort in knowing that life flows gently, that observation and awareness can exist without force, and that the world carries its own calm, guiding presence. The quiet pulse of big cats offers a lesson in living softly, moving thoughtfully, and resting peacefully within the embrace of the night. This gentle whisper is one of the final threads of the night story, weaving together movement, observation, rest, and connection into a single, serene tapestry. Beyond this, the night prepares to slowly turn toward dawn, carrying all its lessons, rhythms, and calm presence into the quiet light that will follow. As the first hints of dawn begin to brush the horizon, the night slowly exhales its final whispers. Big cats, who have moved, rested, observed, and played through the quiet hours, now find themselves in the gentle transition between darkness and light. Shadows soften, the air warms, and the world shifts imperceptibly, as if acknowledging the continuity of life that has flowed so smoothly through the night. A lion stretches lazily in the early light, its muscles unfurling with calm precision. The subtle rustle of leaves, the faint call of a distant bird, and the soft scent of morning dew mingle around it. Even as the day begins, the lessons of the night linger: patience, observation, careful movement, gentle energy, and the quiet power of presence. Every breath feels like a continuation of the rhythm that guided the long hours of darkness. Big cats retreat into hidden shelters, pause beside flowing rivers, or wander slowly across open plains. Their actions carry the same calm, deliberate cadence that has marked the night. Each moment, though closer to the light, is still touched by the soft whispers of the world they inhabit. The land, the air, and the soft glow of dawn seem to honor the slow mastery of life, the way survival, learning, and connection exist in harmony without urgency. As the sun rises fully, the world awakens gently around them. Movement, sound, and scent begin to shift, yet the quiet presence of the night remains as a lingering undercurrent. Big cats continue their lives with patience and awareness, carrying the lessons of darkness into the daylight. Rest, play, observation, and the subtle flow of energy remain their companions, guiding each step with the same serene rhythm that has defined the hours before. For you, watching or imagining this journey, the calm of the night offers a soft reflection. The slow, flowing life of big cats reminds us that presence, observation, and gentle action are as essential as rest and awareness. Life need not be rushed. Strength need not be loud. Energy can flow quietly, and connection can exist softly, without force. The night has shown us the beauty of this balance, the elegance of slow mastery, and the comfort of moving gently through the world. And so, the cycle continues. As day takes hold and night recedes, the calm lessons of the dark linger, ready to guide the next hours, the next days, the next quiet journeys. Big cats live in harmony with the world, and through them, we glimpse the soft, unhurried rhythm of life itself, an endless, soothing dance between rest and motion, observation and connection, darkness and light.